And now it is time to expose Twitter for doing some of the evil deeds that we've seen YouTube slash Google and Facebook. For the most part, those are the internet giants. But you'll see some of your favorite people that you follow. Hey, I just lost thousands of subscribers today. What happened? Bunch of shadow banning going on. What's happening? We saw the Veritas video of the black guy from YouTube that was at eating dinner undercover video, where he talked about their algorithm forcing Alex Jones, for example, to the bottom of the list, when in fact he should be at the top of the list when someone searches for something. And his comment was, well, if someone's searching for Alex Jones anyways by name, they already know him, they're going to find him. So it doesn't matter if we push him down or not, down the list. So again, you're picking, the algorithm basically is set to where content is king. And the people that have the best content, etc., get to be on top. That's how Google has always operated. Okay? And we've got content that is king out there because it goes in the face of mainstream media, fake news, everything else, exposing people, pedophiles, government officials, whatever. And it needs to be at the top, and it's getting forced down. We don't want people seeing this. So we have to change the algorithm for certain people. And quick look surprise, none other than Twitter can officially be added to that list, because they've actually had a response from Twitter, which kind of sort of says, yeah. Zero Hedge. Twitter responds to conservative outrage as Vice confirms shadow ban reports. A Wednesday article in Vice confirmed a report from last week by the Daily Wire's Ryan Saavedra, which revealed that Twitter has been shadow banning conservative users by limiting the number of people who are able to view content from the affected users. Let's see. Lois Lerner, head of the IRS, conservative groups. We want to try to get 501c3 status. Nope, denied. Throw the book at them. Denied. Oh, liberal left group, come on in. Come on, step right up. We'll help you. We'll even help you fill out the information you need. You're approved. That's a fact. That happened. And then a little controversy came out. It got exposed. She had to step down with her giant 100+ K a year pension, I believe she gets to keep. Of course. It's my money and I need it now. While last week's discussion focused on a site-wide quality filter discrimination shadow ban, which prevents anyone not already following a user from viewing their posts, Vice notes that many conservative accounts aren't able to be found when typing names into the Twitter search engine. The Republican Party's chair, Ronna McDaniel, several conservative Republican congressmen, and Donald Trump Jr.'s spokesman no longer appear in the auto-populated drop-down search box on Twitter, Vice News has learned. It's a shift that diminishes their reach on the platform, and the same one being deployed against prominent racists to limit their visibility. The profiles continue to appear when conducting a full search, but not in the more convenient invisible drop-down bar. The accounts appear to also populate if you already follow the person, though. Vice found the same wasn't true for Democrats. Democrats are not being shadow banned in the same way, according to a Vice News review. McDaniel's counterpart, Democratic Party Chair Tom Perez, and liberal members of Congress, including Maxine Waters, Joe Kennedy III, Keith Ellison, and Mark Pocan, all have continued to appear in the drop-down search results. Not a single member of the 78-person Progressive Caucus faces the same in Twitter search. Not even one of them. After being shown screenshots of the searches, a Twitter spokesperson told Vice News, quote, "We are aware that some accounts are not automatically populating in our search box and shipping a change to address this." I don't know what shipping, maybe they meant shifting, who knows. asked why only conservative Republicans appear to be affected and not liberal Democrats, the spokesperson wrote that, quote, I'd emphasize that our technology is based on account behavior, not the content of tweets. What is account behavior? Oh, it's like YouTube. Community guideline strike. Bullying and harassment. Again, I was just interviewing a guy. He was just telling me an interesting story. Who got bullied? You can't really say anyone got bullied. Who was harassed? Actually, nobody, because we were talking amongst ourselves about something that wouldn't affect anybody else. Oh, it's funny. Behavior, account behavior. Your account behavior is in question. Oh, could you be more specific? Like YouTube, could you be more specific? Bullying, harassment in what way? So that I don't do it again, could you be more specific? Because as far as I'm concerned, my video is perfect. An angel would come down and say, yeah, that video is fine. But the YouTube police, so to speak, don't think so. And guys like SGT Report get shut down for exposing the pedophilic ways of Hollywood elite and government elite. Which he's, as you saw now yesterday, my video. Guy's account restored. Enough of a public outcry did it. But Twitter, what? Again, you're talking about any of these conservative people. Oh, you're not being found. So every one of the conservative points of view must have a behavioral problem. And you want to know something? That's probably how they justify it. Yeah, these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't even know how to think straight. They must, have mental problems in their mind. Behavioral issue. Let's call it that. Yeah, but mental issue doesn't mean behavioral issue. But we got to give it as something, and we can't just say if you have an issue, here's a tissue. So let's just shadow ban them and tell them again. Let's just call it a behavioral problem. What did I need a timeout? I need to go stand in a corner? JSNIP4, you've got a behavioral issue. I do. What is it? We can't tell you. That's the thing. They won't tell you specifically. They just have to give you this big, broad, generalized thing you might or might not have done wrong, that they do say you did do wrong. And when you ask specifically, what did I do? Again, so I don't do it again. I don't want to, an X mark on my report of myself. I want a check mark that, hey, this guy's been with us for 8-10 years. He's done 4,000 videos on YouTube. Plus, I've earned a pretty decent income for YouTube. But that ain't enough. You could earn them the huge income. If you're exposing them, not them, but the Hollywood elite, the corporate elite, the Monsanto kind of elite, head of the FDA leaving to go work for vaccine company, that old chestnut. We're going to have to cut ties. But I'm making you a bunch of money in that. No. Doesn't matter. You violated, community guideline strike subsection 5, which says what? It pretty much says we can come up with any reason we want and nail you. That's serious. So yeah, I'd emphasize that our technology is based on account behavior, not the content of the tweets. What the hell is account behavior then? If you don't ever tweet, you can't possibly create an account behavior thing for them to look at. You never tweeted. Therefore, if you do tweet, they must be looking at your tweets. Again, insert foot into mouth, because that is completely garbage. The undercover investigative journalist at Project Veritas, speaking of, even caught a Twitter employee. See, I gave you the other story about the YouTube employee. Even caught a Twitter employee admitting to the shadow bans back in January. And they say not only does Twitter shadow ban prominent Republicans, they also consider any Trump supporter who tweets about God, guns, or the flag a Russian bot, as seen in our undercover expose. James O'Keefe. One strategy is to shadow ban so you have ultimate control. The idea of a shadow ban is that you ban someone, but they don't know they've been banned because they keep posting, but no one sees their content. So they just think that no one is engaging with their content when in reality, nobody's seeing it. I don't know if Twitter does this anymore, end quote. Meanwhile, Olinda Hassan, a policy manager for Twitter's trust and safety team. Again, we've got, it says every time, the St. Germain Banking Act of 1988 or whatever year it was, to deal with the saving and loan scam crisis, another banker bailout. The St. Germain, again, the Patriot Act. It's patriotic. It's patriotic. Patriot Act. We've got our own, what was it again? Trust and safety team. SSSSAAAAFFFFTT. You can dance if you want to. I like Steven versions better. You can sell if you want to, but I'm gonna hodl mine. Cause your friends don't hodl, and if they don't hodl, well, they're no friends of mine. No, actually, cause your friends shadow ban, and if they shadow ban, then they're no friends of mine. Yeah, but they own the corporation and they own the platform that everyone uses. Like Sean said, SGT report. Look, I understand there's Real.video and I understand there's some other platforms. But everybody has to understand, hardly anybody is using those platforms. It's YouTube, it's the Twitters, it's the Face. That's the platform, that's where you get the most reach, that's where the people are. Therefore, if you got a message, you need people to wake up on something, that's where you go. And he's right. You don't just say, oh, I'm leaving, let me go over here. Then there ain't gonna be no shadow ban. You're gonna have hardly anybody following you, or the same people who used to follow you at the other place come over. But how do you gain new customers, so to speak, or viewers on a platform that almost nobody's using? It's gonna be slow going. You got to get back to where the customers are. That's why you got to take the fight where it's at. And people stood up for SGT, Boo, myself included, did a video. Hey guys, let's go help them out. Let's go to Twitter and let Team YouTube. We're not happy with this, and it worked. He's got to be, guys like him, have to be put in front of, on a platform where there's people who can find him. So that's the other issue. I wonder if people start searching for stuff on YouTube who are not already subscribed to SGT Report. Would his videos show up at the top? Or are we going to get more Snopes and garbage, CNN? No, I don't want that. I want to see what the hell's going on over here. They control the algorithms. It's their platform. The only way around this is to do something legally. The thing is, are they breaking the law by claiming to be a public platform where anyone can do it, and then writing specific code to deal with people that don't see their ideological ways or their, politically or whatever? That I do believe, even with our current laws, is illegal. But maybe Congress needs to really get on the ball and pass some very specific laws that deal with this and make the crimes, punishment severe. Not all they could be fined, because Google could pay every fine you could throw at it. Twitter could pay every fine you could throw at it. Facebook could pay any fine, any amount pretty much you could throw at it. How about some legislation that says we will break up your effing company if you're caught doing this? We will seize it and kind of like they seize, high-end cars from drug dealers and then they resell it to everybody. We all buy in, and then we own Facebook. We own Twitter. No, that's not going to happen. Because then again, seizing personal property, that's against the Constitution. Yeah, right. So let's just make some decent laws that deal with this. And anybody who cries foul, hey, I think they're doing this to me, somebody gets sent, to verify. It's not hard to find out, look, I'm posting all this stuff and no new customers, subscribers are showing up. Yet, this left-leaning channel over here, or Twitter account, was pretty new and is just raking it in. Just killing it. So anyways, meanwhile, Olinda Hassan, a policy manager for Twitter's trust and safety team, said on December 15, 2017, at a Twitter holiday party that the development of a system of downranking shitty people is in the works. Now, you might have thought, oh, these are the scammers and the racists. Oh, no. You have a different view than us over here on the left? You're included. quote, yeah, that's something we're working on. It's something we're working on. We're trying to get the shitty people to not show up. It's a product thing we're working on right now. Again, define shitty people. Put on the spot, oh, like racist and things like that. Again, free speech is free speech. If a whole lot of us want to go listen to that racist rant, and they're gaining people, subscribers, leaps and bounds, by leaps and bounds, then apparently that's what society wants, right? Let the free market do its thing, the free will and the free market. We don't need your algorithms where you become the police, and then we're stuck with only stuff you want us to listen to and see and view. That's what they're trying to do. But it doesn't matter because people are waking up. Even with this Gestapo type stuff happening, the people are still waking up. Twitter responds. Twitter's product lead, Kayvon Bayekpour, issued a mostly useless explanation over the platform on Wednesday morning, suggesting that they're, well, quote, always working to improve our behavior-based ranking models, and that their breadth and accuracy don't make judgments based on political views. No, this isn't political views. But everybody over here, politically speaking, is all they talk about is politics, is getting hit with the ugly stick. And these same people who do the same thing, except they just have a different kind of mindset, known as liberalism. We're currently trying to find a cure for this. They're not getting hit. You have two groups talking politics. Plain and simple. That's it. It shouldn't matter what any of the behavioral... No. Because if you want to go down the behavioral path, look at the actual behavior and the textbook definition of behavior of the liberal left. Look at what they're doing. Look at the things that they say. And we expose what they say, right? Therefore, you guys should be the ones getting locked up, shadow banned. Nope, doesn't work that way. CEO Jack Dorsey, meanwhile, says, it suffices to say we have a lot more work to do to earn people's trust on how we work. No word on whether that will be before or after the midterm elections. Let me just say this. If you think for 1 second they haven't been and are continuing to try to use and crank down on it even more, their platforms to sway, the Russians swayed the election. No. You don't have to worry about the Russians. You have to worry about your own American company heads, Twitters, the Googles, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, not allowing other right-leaning stuff to be shown or Republican stuff to be shown, heard, shut down, so that only they will let the left stuff show up in your face. And again, it still isn't working. I'm telling you, I will be shocked to the core if we start getting close to those midterms. Oh, it's about to happen. And there's no kind of breaking news from Donald Trump and or Q or whatever that exposes a bunch of more Democrats and they're finished. They're not getting the House back. They're not getting the Senate back. Or if Democrats do make it somehow, it ain't somebody that's part of the club. It's some new person, like this other chick, this whatever her name is, that just got put in the left. Even James Comey, I think. What was it? We don't, yeah, she's a Democrat, but stay away from her. Maybe some of those will happen. We've heard questions from some of you relating to our work to drive healthy conversation on Twitter. People are asking us, one, about the breadth and precision of our work, and two, the impact of our work on the search experience. We wanted to address these questions transparently here. In May, we started using behavioral signals and machine learning to reduce people's ability to detract from healthy public conversation on Twitter. This approach looks at account behavior and interactions with other accounts that violate our rules. So in other words, I follow Alex Jones on Twitter. Let's just say me, although I don't. if I follow Alex Jones on Twitter, and I also tweet, my entire tweet sphere can be negatively impacted. My user base and potential growth could be negatively impacted because I happen to follow somebody else who Twitter has flagged as controversial or whatever. Did you catch that? That's what that means. We started using behavioral signals and machine learning to reduce people's ability to detract from a healthy public conversation on Twitter. This approach looks at account behavior and interactions with other accounts that violate our rules. So again, if I follow 2 or 3 people and they get banned, again, even if they didn't deserve the ban, but they get banned, all of a sudden I am getting hit with an ugly stick, unbeknownst to me, not getting an email, not getting a notification. Hey, listen, you could be at 100%. We estimate you could be getting 20 new Twitter subscribers every day, but because you're following the following people, your growth rate's down to 20%. That's what that means. So, again, it just has to be exposed. That's what we're doing here. And here's a nice picture of 2 ladies. You know who they are. Diamond and Silk, who are Trump supporters, have a very large following, are black women. Oh my God. Liberal left media. Get them off the screen. Hurry, close it down, shut them down. We can't have that. Too late. Take care.